Okay, rapid fire. Quick answers to some questions here from the comment section. Ben Scanlon writes in and says, Carrabis, I know this hits home, but who would you rather have at third base, Travis Shaw or Rafi Devers? Be honest.
Damn, it's got to be Devers. I love Travis Shaw. I think he's a great fit in Milwaukee because they're basically, the way that I see it is Travis Shaw is getting an opportunity with the Brewers that he would have never gotten in Boston. Whether that's a John Farrell thing, we can debate that as well. I don't think that they had a great relationship whatsoever, but even under Alex Cora, I mean, Devers right now is he's the younger player. He's the player that they'd be more invested in. And like I said, Travis Shaw's batting cleanup for the Brewers. He's not doing that in Boston. So I think both guys are fine right where they are.
Bootsy says, where's the starting pitching coming from after the top two with Wright and Rodriguez on the shelf? I think your top four is great. That's the best thing you can say about the team. Price, Sale, Porcello, and Pomerantz. That's terrific. But Wright and Rodriguez start on the shelf. Who is the fifth starter? And, I think we're talking about who's the fifth, sixth starter. You're in great shape. The starting pitching is, I think, terrific.
Yeah, I think that we're not really considering how good Brian Johnson can be. He's the one that threw a complete game shutout last year, and then they just sent him right back to the minors. I think, he's been in this Red Sox organization for so long, and he's out of options. So if he doesn't get that fifth starter spot, he's going to go into the bullpen, which I'm sure he's happy to do. But it would be nice to, given the circumstances with Wright and Rodriguez being on the disabled list, give him a look because you don't know what you're going to get from Stephen Wright. And quite frankly, I'm all set with Stephen Wright. I don't need to hear about the humidity and the fog and the rain and how he can't pitch in certain circumstances. Guess what? There's fucking rain in October. I'm not going to have Stephen Wright go out there and be this guy that, oh, it's raining today, can't pitch. Oh, it's a little humid today, can't pitch. Rodriguez, he's great when he's healthy, but he's never healthy. Brian Johnson deserves a shot. He's been in the organization long enough. He's ridden the buses down to Pawtucket long enough. I think he deserves a look.
Okay, two more for me. One, give me the state of baseball right now. How do you feel about your sport and where it's headed and the concerns? And, do you think they've done enough to address their problems and just your general thought there?
So yes and no. I mean, obviously the World Series last year, the regular season last year, they talk about the juice baseballs and how it's this big controversy. Juice the shit out of those balls. I don't care. More home runs. Home runs saved the game of baseball in 1998. After the strike in 94, everyone came back for, juiced up Sosa and Mark McGwire. Everyone loves home runs. And it's not so much, I'm sure that, I know you hate the length of baseball games. It's not so much how long they are because they're the same length as football games. It's because there's so many. I'm not a advocate to shorten the schedule, but create more action in the game. And I think that they did that last year with the increase in the home runs. And they also have so many young stars in the game right now. You can point to any single team and I can tell you who the superstar is. Some undiscovered guys like Nolan Arenado with the Rockies. Dude, average 40.
Baseball is dying to slow down. No one knows who Arenado is. No one knows. No one knows who it is, Jared.
That's the problem. Yeah. So it's a marketability problem because the MLB, they're not like the NBA. If you Felger right now wanted to turn on an NBA game and film it with your phone and tweet it and be like, this dunk was crazy, the NBA is not going to come after you. If Arenado hits a home run and I film that with my phone and I put it on my Twitter, they're going to not only take the video down, they're going to try and delete my whole Twitter account. Like that's the MLB. They want all their content under one umbrella and it's been profitable for them. Like MLB Advanced Media, they make a shit ton of money because all their content is under one roof. It's not anywhere else. That's where they get a ton of their revenue from. So go get your money, but also don't complain when kids don't know what the fuck's going on because they can't see it because they can't share it on social media without fear of losing.
Not the fact that it takes, a minute for these pitchers to throw the ball.
No, that's a problem too. But that's what I'm saying. It's not so much the length of the games; it's the time between action. So if you tell me right now that it's a 3.5-hour baseball game, but it was packed with action, I'd rather watch that than a 2-hour, 45-minute game that was just boring as shit. So you have to be able to get in the batter's box, throw the ball, and I don't know that a pitch clock is going to solve that because we've already heard from pitchers, either current or former, saying there's loopholes. I'll step off the mound.
No player is going to go for this. The players, it has to be shoved down their throat because the players are never going to go for this. The players are the reason we're in this place in the first place.
Yeah.
So don't listen to the players. It has to be forced down their throat.
Yeah,
okay, so real quick, Jared, you're not a baseball guy primarily, but you're a Boston sports guy. Everyone's still talking about it here. Just your reaction to the Super Bowl and how that went down and the Butler story and all of it. You got a take on that?
Yeah. It felt weird, the whole Butler thing. There were a lot of different rumors that came out after that, and eventually this story has to come out. Like, if he's not going to be with the Patriots organization, this story is going to get told. I don't know about you. I haven't heard you talk about this at all, but it just gave off the vibe from Bill Belichick that there wasn't total focus even from the top down. It was just, I like the whole Patriot way thing. It's worked out. You have championships and everything, but there has to be some sort of exception to the rule. And I'm not saying that Malcolm Butler was the only reason why they lost that game, but there's been precedent in the past where, you had Welker make the foot comments about Rex Ryan. He benched him for like a series of snaps. He didn't bench him for the entire Super Bowl. At what point do you go from penalizing a player to now penalizing your entire organization? I can't agree with it. It didn't sit well with me. And now I have this unsettling feeling about the Patriots organization because it's sort of spilled out into all these side plots with now Rob Gronkowski's not happy. He's not having fun. He considered retirement before the season even started. Where's his head at now? You have Tom Brady. He's doing all these documentaries leading up to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to say where's his head at, but it seems dysfunctional. I don't like it, but because I think it's just outside the norm of what we've grown to know from the Patriots organization.
Jared, thanks for taking the time to do this. We appreciate it, kid.
Anytime, Felger. Literally, anytime. Call me at 4 o'clock in the morning. We'll talk.
Famous last words. Jared, catch him on Barstool Sports, of course. Jared Carrabis, again, thank you, pal.
Anytime.
All right. See you, everybody, next Wednesday. Bye-bye.